This video is supposed to explain to you some of the essential equipment that we need in our X-ray room. So essential equipment in the main X-ray room are obviously your X-ray unit and table. There's calipers to measure our patient. The measurement of our patient can then be checked on our technique chart that will give you settings to use for your X-ray. The calipers commonly are kept up here on the edge of the viewer, and the way to use them is by measuring our patient and reading the measurement in centimeters. So the centimeter scale is the one on the right, measuring and figuring out what centimeters that is. And for this caliper here, you would use the pointy arrows in the middle that will point to the measurement, reading off the measurement, comparing it to the chart, and finding your settings. Some other essential equipment in here is found over here. So we have the top drawer here is where the log books all live. Currently I have some log books out underneath the console, but this is where they would get returned to. Some markers and labels, lead goggles, part of your PPE that you would have to wear if you had to stay in the room and take the X-ray. Lead goggles are found in here. They're in protective cases. They are quite heavy and they are easily broken, and they always have to get returned to their protective cases. We also have anti-slip mats in case we needed to keep our cassette on top of the table. So these anti-slip mats are just these drawer aligners, and it just prevents the cassette, which has a smooth base, from sliding back and forth on top of a smooth table if the animal is moving quite a bit. So in that long stainless steel cupboard at the end, everything is labeled really well, but like I said, feel free to open cupboards, open drawers, snoop around a little bit. Nobody's offended. We have, let me open this up. We have some foam troughs at the top. We have a really large one at the back, and we have a smaller one that is tilted up, so you can see the middle of it. It's towards you, so that's the smaller foam trough. We also have some acrylic troughs for smaller patients. We have wedges and foam devices that help in terms of positioning. Whole big assortment of different thicknesses, different types, different angles to help us position limbs and bodies adequately. And on the other side of that big long sliding door, we have sandbags on the top shelf. Again, more, whoops, this one's heavy. Just more positioning devices. Ugh, you are heavy. It helps us restrain our patients and give them a bit of a feel that they're being held. So we have lots of different shapes and sizes, and sometimes they leak a little bit. It gets a little bit messy in here. And then just a box for VTA students. We have more straight pieces of foam in this box right here. Again, all for positioning. And the next one's over in these drawers. Again, more restrained devices. This is where we keep all of our ties and muzzles as well. Don't underestimate the wooden spoons. Sometimes they can help, so you don't keep your fingers too close to the main beam. The dental equipment is more for 312. We also have some extra lead in here. Not necessarily shielding, but these straight pieces of lead are used to split a cassette. And that means that you're putting a couple of different views on one and the same film. Beside it, we have a sliding door labeled bones. And looking in, we have some skulls in there. We have that big dark blue container contains some bigger bones and some vertebrae and some longer bones, some toes. Underneath, these are some of the horse hooves for equine positioning. Again, that's more of a 312 kind of a thing. And some wooden positioners for equine radiography. And that's just what the last door basically says. This is all where all the wood blocks are, including our skulls on the top shelf, but a lot of wood blocks underneath. And that's really just used for radiography 312.